Hello, and thank you for joining our live again. My name is Faizal Garasia, credit repair specialist, and here we are with the next live, which is quite important. Before we go in, some of the listening practices. Ideal place is a quiet place is ideal for you to better listen and be here. Headphones are a great idea. I myself use them to zone out anything else. Please put your mobile phone on silent to avoid interruptions because calls can take you away. Multitasking like checking text, emails, those if you can avoid, that will help you stay present. And if you sit down, that will also help you stay present. With that being said, today's topic is CPI, Consumer Price Index. This presentation will take approximately 15 to 20 minutes. Ask questions in the comment section and I'll answer them at the end of the presentation. At the end of webinar, you will learn about the importance and what it means for investors. The easiest way to connect is call, text. Facebook is also an option, Instagram, TikTok, website, and email. Today's topic, CPI. Okay, so here, Consumer Price Index. We've been talking about inflation for over 12 months. And then there was a conversation about hyperinflation. So all of those things come from a number called CPI, Consumer Price Index. So CPI tracks how much the average Canadian household spends and how that changes over time. At the Bank of Canada, they use it to target inflation. Now, CPI is a simple and familiar measure of price changes or inflation. Measuring alteration in product prices properly may enable you to find out the cost of living and spending capacity of the economy. Now, all of that comes right from the source of Bank of Canada. So, with that being said, statistics measures prices against a base year. So there's a base year established, and then the statistics measures the prices. The basket in this base year is given the value of 100. A basket of goods and services that cost 100 in the base year 2002 would cost about 140 in 2020. So, over an 8-year period. It's not really a period though, it's used as a base year and then calculated from there. The extra 40 reflects inflation. So the way it's calculated, I've put the formula on current price, previous price, so on, divided by 100. So it's 40% change in price, which is inflation. Positive value shows inflation, negative values show deflation. Why we measure CPI? If all of this we're doing, why are we measuring it? Employers use this to make cost of living adjustment in wages, salaries. Governments use to adjust income taxes, social benefits, Canada pension plan, old age security, any other pension. Some of the other pensions also adjust to CPI, not all, but some. Issues with CPI. Now, CPI is a number that is, put together by financial analysts and a financial expert. But there are challenges with CPI. CPI is most widely used indicator of price change, but it's not the perfect one. The evolution of things that we buy and the way we buy them makes measuring changes in prices a challenge. So some of the things that are issues with CPI is substitution. So let's say instead of butter, you're using margarine. That's a substitution. New products like, I would say let's just say ChatGPT. It's a new product. So it's a new invention, new product. How does that substitute? It's, so on and so forth. Quality changes. If there is an improvement in quality, or to keep the price same, the manufacturer has reduced the quality. Online retailers, and so on. Who leverages CPI? Well, CPI is used by many individuals, even though it's not the best number, but it's the closest to the best. Investors to know the adjustment in their portfolio, if they need to take higher risk for higher return, if they need to reduce the risk, so on and so forth. Store managers evolve to a product to estimate how much to charge for them in the upcoming year. They adjust with CPI sometimes. Financial analysts advising individuals for their retirement plan, investments, tax payments, sometimes insurance. They may want the financial advisors or insurance advisors based on the CPI may want their clients to adjust the payout. CPI. So we've got numbers here from February 2022 to February 2023. March 14, the February 2023 CPI came out, and that's why we used all this. Using the baseline method, comparing prices in Canada from February 2022 to 2023 February, resulting 154.5 CPI. Current CPI, which is, comparing the February to January, it is 153.9. We're currently up 0.6, and our inflation rate was from 5.9 to 5.2 in February of 2022, just last month. Improvements example, transportation has dropped from 5.4 to 3.1, energy 5.4 to 4.8, shelter 6.6 to 6.1, and all of this is coming directly from a very credible source indeed. 8 major components in Canada's CPI. And there are components. When you calculate this number, there's some of the things that put together in that calculation. Food is one, shelter, household operations, furnishing, equipment, clothing and footwear, transportation, health and personal care, recreational, education and reading, alcoholic beverage, tobacco, and recreational cannabis, which is also recently included. So with that being said, I'm at the conclusion slide. The CPI, Consumer Price Index, is one of the key economic metric that informs us about inflation and deflation. It will be a big factor on many decisions regarding investment, personal finances, government policies, and employee wages. Through the CPI though the CPI is widely used as a tool to evaluate the overall health of the economy, it has its limitations that should be properly addressed for us to not misinterpret our current economic situation. So with that being said, I've given you everything you need to know on what my presentation was. If you have any questions, any concerns, you're welcome to reach out. Give me a call, 647-373-9651. My phone is right here. I always answer. Call or text. Facebook is another way you can get in touch. Instagram, TikTok, and of course website and email. With that being said, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate your presence, and I will end this presentation now.